Hi friends, my name is Orlando Valido, Orly Valido, or Pimp Orly like they call me on YouTube. Am I getting so much better now? My cough of the flu that I had almost 4 weeks ago is going away now. I think maybe next podcast I will be able to use my voice again. In the meantime, I will use my computer voiceover to do this podcast for you. Tonight, country music artists are two duo by the name Blake and Brian. Article. Talk. Read. Edit. View history. Tools. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Blake and Brian. Origin Nashville, Tennessee, US. Genres country. Years active 1995 to 1999. Labels Curb. Past members Brian Gowan. Blake Weldon. Blake and Brian was an American country music duo composed of singer-songwriters Brian Gowan, born January 7, 1969, in Temple, Texas, and Blake Weldon, September 13, 1966, in Lufkin, Texas. 1. The two were paired up by record producer Chuck Howard in 1995. 2. 3. Their self-titled debut album was issued in 1997 on the Curb Records label. The album's lead-off single, Another Perfect Day, peaked at No. 45 on the Billboard country charts. Country Standard Time gave the album a mixed review, stating that although Gowan and Weldon were indistinguishable vocally and equally malleable, and although some of the songs were derivative of the Eagles, the more up-tempo tracks were punch, ed, up. With timeless Texas kick. 2. After releasing this album, they charted two more singles, The Wish and Amnesia, the latter of which was not included on an album. By 1999, Blake and Brian had parted ways. Gowan released a solo album entitled Warm Spanish Wine in 2003. He also co-wrote Rodney Atkins' 1997 debut single In a Heartbeat and 3 songs on Atkins' 2003 debut album Honesty. Discography. Blake and Brian, 1997. Blake and Brian. Studio album by Blake and Brian. Released August 19, 1997. Genre country. Label Curb. Producer Chuck Howard. Track listing. If Guitars Were Guns, Brian Gowan, Roger Allen Wade, 221. Why, Mark Selby, Doug Hughes, 233. Saving My Love, Blake Weldon, Tony Stampley, 343. The Wish, Conley White, Sam Hogan, Phil Barnhart, 344. There Is No End, Weldon, Bill Rice, Sharon Rice, 329. Straight to You, Lee Satterfield, George Turin, 244. Another Perfect Day, White, Barnhart, Brian Tabor, 326. Shut Up Heart, Michael Huffman, Rick Williamson, 227. Confederate Rose, Max T. Barnes, Leslie Satcher, 334. Don't Apologize for Who You Are, Troy Seals, Waylon Jennings, 212. Feat. Waylon Jennings and Charlie Daniels. My Only Claim to Fame, Weldon, B. Rice, S. Rice, 307. Personnel. As listed in liner notes. 4. Eddie Bayers, drums. Michael Black, background vocals. Bruce Boughton, steel guitar. Dennis Burnside, piano. J. A.T. Coron Flows, electric guitar. Larry Franklin, fiddle. Paul Franklin, steel guitar. John Hobbs, piano. David Hungate, bass guitar. Brent Mason, electric guitar. Terry McMillan, harmonica, percussion. Scott Mary, bass guitar. John Wesley Riles, background vocals. Paul Schulten, drums. Michael Spriggs, acoustic guitar. Dennis Wilson, background vocals. Glenn Worf, bass guitar. Singles. Year single peak chart. Positions album. U.S. country. 5. Ken Country. 1997 Another Perfect Day 4587 Blake and Brian. The Wish 62. 1998 Amnesia 68 single only. Denotes releases that did not chart. Music videos. Year video director. 1997 Another Perfect Day David Abbott. 1998 Amnesia. Background information. Blake and Brian. Origin Nashville, Tennessee, US. Genres country. Years active 1995 to 1999. Labels Curb. Past members Brian Gowan. Blake Weldon. Thank you, friends, for listening to the podcast of Blake and Brian. Like always, I would like to ask you to pray for yourself, for your family, for your neighbors. That there is no more wars, pandemics. Pray in the morning, midday, mid-afternoon, and before you go to sleep. Still next time, this is your host Orly Valido. God bless you guys.